Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Cuddyback, America's Best Bowstrings, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Hoyman Tree Saws, Lone Wolf Tree Stands, Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, RTP Outdoors, Spot Hog Releases, Wasp Archery, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Good morning, welcome to Midwest Whitetail. I'm Jason Pedersen. This is my son Weston, my father-in-law Tabb behind the camera. It is October 19th. It is a early rifle doe season for youth and senior citizens here in Pennsylvania. So we've hunted this every year. He's killed two the last 2 years. So we're going up here and hopefully to the same stand we always have good luck out of. We've also got a camera up there and been seeing a couple 4 points and 6 points, and he's never killed a buck with a bow. He's only killed one spike buck so far, so we're going to take crossbow too, just in case we get a buck coming in. We're pretty excited. Weather's beautiful, 36 degrees, no wind, or a little bit of wind, about 5 miles an hour, so it should be a good morning. Getting to that time of year, getting closer.
Stop her.
Yep. Well, it's 5 minutes to 8. As you can see, he just shot a doe. I'm not sure what happened. He hit a little far back. Looking at the footage, we're thinking probably liver. It is a rifle, small bullet, so it's probably done a lot of damage. She's gonna die. We'll find her. We're probably gonna give her half hour to an hour, and then we'll go look for her. We technically do have another doe tag, and he has a buck tag, but the buck he's got to shoot with a crossbow. So we've already made a bunch of noise though. So we'll see. Beautiful morning.
Did you do this?
What do you think, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, she's good there.
Congrats, man. That's another one for you. How many you killed when you're 9 years old?
6. 6.
6 deer.
3 last year, 2 this year. 1.
Well, the good Lord was with us this morning. We had actually given up hope on finding this doe and got down to just doing grid patterns and looking for her. And we did manage to find her. So
yeah, so this would be Weston's actually his 6th deer. He did shoot one the first day with a crossbow. Pennsylvania's always got this 3-day season for youth and senior citizens where they can shoot a doe with a rifle, usually about 3rd week of October. We also had an inline muzzleloader season this week, but in Pennsylvania we can only shoot does. But that stand has been very good to Weston. He has shot all his deer except one out of it. And but yeah, he hit a little far back, liver guts, but we found her. Thank goodness. We were like we said, we were doing grid patterns, walking back to the stand, and we come across her. Pap come across her. So, you excited?
Mm-hmm.
ready to get her tagged up, get her legal, and get her out of the woods.
It's October the 27th, and Carter and I just snuck into one of these stands here at the lease, and card pull's been really good. We had a couple new bucks show up here. Had a nice mainframe 9-point with a split G3 and then a really big 6-point. But we were coming over this field, the hayfield here, and looked over the edge, and there's 2 does on the field. And they kept looking back. It's 3 o'clock, and these deer are already out in the field eating. So buck came out, ran into where we're at now. So wasn't very big, but there's 3 does right behind us right now, which isn't the best. Wind's kind of blowing at them, but they're not really doing anything. They're just out there eating. So it's a really good spot. A bunch of trails are down here in the bottom. There's a swamp that they bed in, and then there's hay fields behind me, ag fields on the other side of the swamp, and they're all cut. So hoping these deer just come walking through here, or either go to my food plot that's down in the swamp. Wind was bad for it, so we're just trying to get them when they're going to the food or we're going to bed, one of the two. The rut is almost here. The smaller bucks, younger bucks are chasing pretty hard. Mature bucks are still right there at the end of daylight, so it'll be any day now. The mature bucks will be up on their feet. But we're gonna sit tight, get quiet here, because we don't know what's gonna happen. They're moving way earlier than I thought they were going to. All right, stay with us.
You have a bleed? Doe bleed. I'm on it. There he goes. Do you have a doe bleed? Do you have a doe bleed? Quiet. Oh my God. I don't know.
Well, tonight was a lot of action. We walked in at 3 o'clock and there was deer already in the field. So we just walked right down in a dip, got into the stand. The does, they were 2 fawns, but they ran off just a little bit and then came right back. So we saw deer the entire time, probably 30 turkeys, saw 4 bucks, 4 does, and one was a giant 6 that I've been wanting to get my eyes on. He's a lot bigger than what I thought he was going to be. I've always wanted a big 6, and he just jumped to my #1 hit lister. But we're going to get in there tomorrow, see if we can't move a stand while it's raining, and then get in there tomorrow night and hunt him. So yeah, it's gonna be action packed from here on out. I have a feeling bucks are chasing pretty hard. We rattled this one in tonight, and he came over a hill and he didn't see anything and just turned and went into the little line of trees there. So we're gonna possibly get a decoy out. I haven't had much luck with him, but if he would have saw that, he would have came in. So we're gonna stay after him. It's gonna be action packed from here on out, I have a feeling. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. Today we're set up back at my uncle's property after giving it a break for about a week. We had one possible shooter come in. I didn't have pictures of him all summer. Looks to be about an 8 or 9 point, I'm not sure, but has a good frame on, good body, looks mature. So Tyler and I are back here, hoping we can see some action. Well, the rain came back and gotten pretty wet. Tyler and I are pretty soaked, but as you can see, it's coming down. It's still pretty good, but it was worth the sit. We saw a lot of young bucks, 4 different bucks. So things are definitely starting to happen here in southeast Pennsylvania, and hopefully one of these mature deer that you have on camera will start to show up. We saw 2 of the bucks that we've been seeing often and most consistently, so I'm just glad we were able to keep the camera equipment dry as possible, and looking forward to the weekend. Next weekend, Tyler and I, we have a bunch of vacation coming up. Took time off work to get out in the woods, do some all-day sits, so hoping we can bring you guys some good footage, and we really appreciate you watching Midwest Whitetail. This will be my closing interview unless we see anything or have any more action. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome to Midwest Whitetail. I'm Tabb Justus, and it is October 25th. It is the pre-rut is just starting to kick in. We're starting to see some rubbing and scraping on our way in here. We are finally out at Jake's Ohio farm, and this is our first chance to hunt this farm this year, so we're going to sit back. It is pouring down raining, but and it's supposed to rain the whole weekend, but we're still going to give it a whirl. Thank you for the redneck because I don't know if we could do it without redneck blinds that we got. So we're going to sit back and see if anything shows up here this evening. Well, we're down to the last half hour, and we've seen roughly 15 deer, 2 bucks. One is a really nice buck over on the other ridge. Hopefully we'll get on him sometime this year, and maybe someone will get to kill him maybe later in the year, I'm not sure. It was a good night. We saw a lot of deer. If anything comes out in the next 30 minutes, we'll be glad to bring it to you. But otherwise, it's probably just about over.